Hello there! What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to HaveKnifeDay, and today we're going to take a closer look at the Miguron Velona. This knife may have some videos out there, and I'm sure it has plenty, because this knife has been out for a while, and it's very popular, and for good reason. Just to let you know, this is going to be a positive review. I've had this knife for a while, and I love it. So, get us started, let's check out some dimensions. You've got over 4 inches of blade, with probably 4 1/8 of blade, with about 4 1/16 of cutting, 9 inches overall. You have a 5-inch handle, and you have about just over 4 1/4 of grip. Let's see, blade stock thickness, 0.14 of an inch. Handle thickness, 0.56 of an inch. Let's see what it weighs here. Oh yeah, 5.3 ounces. It's a chunk. Let's do some size comparisons. Spyderco PM2, 8 1/4 overall. Spyderco Delica, 7 1/8 overall. Civivi Brazen, 8 inches overall. And the Civivi Elementum at 7 inches overall. Do a carry profile here. That's how it's going to be in your pocket. Throw it up here against the Delica. And the PM2. As you can see, it's going to be a little longer than the PM2 for sure, but where it counts right here, it's not quite as wide. It is going to be thicker, and it is considerably heavier. It's almost twice as thick as the Delica. What do you got for materials? You have a satin, almost polished 14C28N blade steel. You've got G10 with minimal texture over exposed stainless steel liners. They are nicely crowned. You have a milled titanium pocket clip that is reversible to the other side. Overall, pretty great materials. You have a captive pivot. And let's do a hardware check. What do we got here? That looks like T8. And yes, it is. All right. Body screws, T8 as well. Pocket clip screws are T8 as well. Outstanding. That's what we like to hear. Standard stainless steel hardware, but it's nice that when you maintain this, you only need one bit. Pretty good. How's the action? Outstanding. You have a flipper, and you have the fuller on the blade. You can deploy it either way. Flipper tab works great. It's got a little bit of jimping back here that's not aggressive and not sharp, but it is functional. Detent is nice and crispy. You have this nice fuller. It runs the full length of the top. You can reverse flick it. It's easy. I don't know if you can thumb flick it open, but you'd probably cut yourself otherwise. So flipper tab or reverse flick works pretty good. Detent is nice and crispy. I would say it's excellent. Lockup is good, and it's early, so you're looking at probably 15 to 20% on the lockup. I don't know if you can see that in there. Let me bring it up here. No blade play, up, down, left, or right. No pivot lash of any kind. Outstanding. Closes easily. It's nice that you have a flipper tab that's not too big. So when you go to close the knife, it rests right on your thumb, and then the action, oh my gosh. You know, this is the epitome of what companies strive for, to have perfect action. I mean, I've had some Shirogorovs, and quite a few of them, both full titanium frame locks as well as the several versions of the F3s, from the carbon fiber to the G10. And you know what? This has pretty darn good action. I mean, it compares favorably to any of the F3 Shiros I have. Once you get it over the detent, you know, once you relieve that lock and you let it fall, man, it's nice and smooth. It feels like a much more expensive knife in the way it, you know, the way it opens and closes. Outstanding. And that takes us to build quality. I think the build quality on this knife is great. I think the G10 looks nice. It's nicely knocked down. There's no real sharp edges anywhere. They crowned the spine on the back of the blade. All of this is crowned. All of this is knocked down and smooth. It's all polished and looks nice. You have a little bit of jimping right here, which is functional but not aggressive at all. You have a slight edge right there on the relief cut for the liner. Slight, but you'd have to really dig in there to feel anything. As I said before, all the edges are nicely knocked down. The hardware looks nice. It's flush fit. The pocket clip screws are T8, which is awesome, and they're also flush. Got a captive pivot with Miguron's nice design right there. No branding on the blade whatsoever on the show side, and just a hint of branding on the back with the 14C28N. I mean, this is outstanding. Looks very upscale. I mean, it looks like a much more premium knife than what it is, or what the price tag would suggest. Now, when you're going to carry it, you know, comfort's a big deal, and this is a heavy knife. So it is heavy, it does carry heavy, but it feels robust. Like, you feel like you can do something with this knife. Even though it looks very upscale, it looks like it can still get something done. And I've carried this for work. You can see that I probably should touch up the blade a little bit, but I've had this for a while, and I haven't done anything with the blade. The blade is an absolute razor blade. It is, wow, hair shaving sharp for sure. There's no real fitment issues or hot spots on this knife. I will say that, you know, although the pocket clip is milled and it looks nice, it's also reversible. That's great. But man, it does have a little bit of an edge right here, and it also is a little tough to get in and out of jeans pockets. You know, this is pretty close, close to the handle scales, right on them. So with the way the abrupt angle is right here at the back, it's kind of difficult to get it over your the hem of your jeans pocket. So other than that, that's the only gripe I would have. You do have some jimping back here on the liners, and your hand sits here perfectly, but the jimping does not extend up onto the blade. And I understand that because they crowned all of this. So not only does it look nice, but it feels premium. Something you'd pay a lot for on, you know, expensive knives. That's an option, things like that. This thing feels robust in the hand. As I said, you have a lot of confidence when you're holding it. It doesn't feel like a flimsy knife at all. You can't flex it at all. It slices through anything I've ever tried to slice it through, such as cordage, paper, opening boxes, breaking down boxes, and it still does it well to this day, and I've had it for quite a while. So this isn't a 1 week review. This is probably having this almost 2 years review, because I got this right after it came out. And I'm very, very impressed. You can see my smudge prints and the dirt all over the blade. It's 14C28N, you don't have to worry about that. So, you want one? Well, you can get one because they're available. There's all kinds of versions out there. They have gray PVD coated blade ones. They have premium versions that are a little smaller. They have little smaller ones that are not premium. So you can kind of tailor this design and this knife to your individual needs. And how much does it cost? Well, these are 55 bucks or less. I think on the Miguron site, I checked it out today or yesterday, and it was like 52 and change. $55 or less for this knife. No ridiculous brandy on the blade, a great satin look, nice premium feel, premium looks. You know, great blade steel, great materials, milled titanium pocket clip for $55. There really isn't anything that competes with this knife at all. Not for the size, blade shape, aesthetics, nothing. But I'm going to make an attempt. So you get this knife. Here's a itty bitty little box it comes in. And I think they focused more on the quality of the knife than they did the box that you're just probably going to toss anyways. So, what do we have that compares? I would say the only knife that's close in price and materials is probably the Petrified Fish Tunny. Tunny, whatever they call it. You have a 14C28N blade that's satin, also with a fuller. It also has the same materials as in G10, stainless steel liners. These are T6 on here. You also have a lanyard hole, not reversible to the other side. You also have that pivot that's decorative. No branding on the blade. Very minimal branding back here. It's about the same size. You have almost the same cutting. This is a bigger knife. It doesn't weigh a lot more than this, so it's about the same in that direction as well. And it looks bigger in this angle. Let me move it back to this angle. Here you go. So, I mean, the pocket clip is okay, but it's not reversible to the other side. Everything on this knife is not nicely knocked down. And these are about 65 bucks, so a little bit more. They come in many different variations and colors. Not as many as this, and they also don't make a smaller size of this. So if you buy this, you're relegated to this size. Now we'll come on to a review I did on another knife recently, the Civivi Vexillum. This knife's about the same size. You have more cutting with the Velona. You have less cutting with the Vexillum. You do have a little bit better blade steel, arguably. Nitro V. This has nice design elements as well. Nice G10. Nice stainless liners. Pocket clip is not reversible to the other side and is also not titanium. You also have a decorative pivot. Everything on this knife is T8 with the exception of the pocket screws, or the pocket clip screws, excuse me. Those are T6s. Everything else on this knife is T8. But this is $95. So this is almost twice as expensive as this. And the only thing you're really getting different, other than the design, is you're getting Nitro V blade steel. So I think the choice is clear. If you want one, go get one, because you're not going to regret it. If you like larger knives, this is definitely going to be for you. And that is going to do it for me today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comments. If you like this content, give it a like and subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, have a knife day.